Ekuafo hine na meka say. Si eba no emu ene akokɔ nam a anusu odadia. De magia tum na medi efi Evivi Foods. Evivi Rice. Evivi Foods. Evivi Foods. Evivi Foods. Midi adi enim ado. Ekuafo hine na meka say. Si eba no emu ene akokɔ nam a anusu odadia. De magia tum na medi efi Evivi Foods. Evivi Rice. Evivi Foods, Evivi Foods, Evivi Foods. Midi adi enim ado.
All right. Good morning once again, and welcome to Coastal Morning on West Coast TV. In the Akaye Wukuda, Yasansu Yesingwa, Yawajenjo no man Ghana ho na ya pe oman no tumesi bre. In the Yawajenjo ne ho ha na etutu ya ho fo. Ye a ye de obon kan ten pence when he is abroad. The most trending story already him or WestCoastGH.com a story which broke out yesterday concerning the assembly members of a Hunter West Municipal Assembly. Our bomodzen they were about an emergency meeting, but what kind of assembly no is locked. We'll look at that story, and then the political commentators will come in so that we can have our discussions. And the discussions not in him fan and Yazabaka Kopui. Your share or your deportees Ghana, Yarejuan, aha near share Yana Quantum the 23-kilometer road, Takradi to Aguna Quantum Pono, your share contractor no, but come here between your father now. Eja, yetim na yedidi unkoma wa consider or Mbiambia war a hinterlands, F baby today, a jam and chain quantum, Biahu or na Drukayabio Nazano. Bible rema for topo na ze yeboshe kwana ebetim na ya fadona waboa na yewia ya hwe assembly members another and sama na orokodo ewo Ahanta West Municipal Assembly ho West Coast etim yekopuemu ye fabi ye ze brow no oribisa the Ahanta West MCs alleged decision to lock assembly hall and prevent members from holding an emergency meeting, an abuse of power, or justify step in maintaining order in the municipal assembly. On a year and summer or year order pund under year by the scars. So I've been chebia a bit now is a bar or your West Coast TV or Facebook, the Maraso, and a echo or your YouTube or a West Coast GH in the ebit didn't come on as our father angle no yeah share. Send be what ye our meeting the Benjamin Kobe Arthur, Mamma Down was some ba, Mezin Cruncher Sam, na if to some no, as I brought na ya tia ejumizido.
Evivi Foods, Evivi Foods, Evivi Foods. Midi adi enim ado. Ekuafo hine na meka say. Si eba no emu ene akokɔ nam a anusu odadia. De magia tum na medi efi Evivi Foods. Evivi Rice. Evivi Foods, Evivi Foods, Evivi Foods. Midi adi enim ado. Ekuafo hine na meka say. Si eba no emu ene akokɔ nam a anusu odadia. De magia tum na medi efi Evivi Foods. Evivi Rice. Evivi Foods, Evivi Foods, Evivi Foods. Midi adi enim ado. Ekuafo hine na meka say. Si eba no emu ene akokɔ nam a anusu odadia. De magia tum na medi efi Evivi Foods. Evivi Rice. Evivi Foods, Evivi Foods, Evivi Foods. Midi adi enim ado. Ekuafo hine na meka say. Si eba no emu ene akokɔ nam a anusu odadia. De magia tum na medi efi Evivi.
No, I mean, sounds so more about being from Brown or your West Coast TV in Dana Pay. Your drinking on man come Ghana or your pay or man not promise bread. The meeting can care no. Another SMBC or your Hunter West Municipal Assembly. Or you been some no see your by Pomodernia Domisuconia drinking over. But in there, you don't crash a sem na you didn't for 2 sem no. Your Baba Mountain na ya shame home queen or Sunday. Mouse for Canada. Growth is painful, change is painful, but nothing is as painful as staying stuck. Comfort is temporary, regret lasts. More Canada, you know. And oh yeah, yo. And so cry and answer son ɔyɛ yɛw but bibiara nyɛ yɛw wɔ wiase dɛ ibegyina wɔn anim na ada wɔn atena wɔn anim hɔ o san dɛ ɔsɛ temporal is comfort oh yeah but regret lasts ɛyɛ na nkakra bi te dɛ ade a under her for a very long time no ɔno no ɔyɛ ehunu dɛ ɔyɛ ahotɔ na mmom enuhu ɔno ɛyɛ adze a ɔkyɛr paa like ɔyɛ adze a ɔda hɔ kyɛr paa de damazi paa na nka meyɛ ya na nka ɔyɛ ano ni eyi paa sɛ nka manka ya na nka ɔyɛ mete bi ani ɔno ayɛ ɔkyɛr wɔ adwene mu paa na mmom no ɛtena faakora feel dɛ oh chale mo ho atom but dem ɛyɛ kɔ n'anim no sɛ even mpo ɔyɛ ten like it's very painful, you know. Sometimes calculate the bills you're gonna pay, all the things that you have to do. You need to be responsible, Charlie. Oh yeah, nah. Oh yeah, ten. Oh yeah, yo. No yeah, tete. Na nkanka nsakraba ina braboma. Yen fan time a COVID the bay ya worker in lockdown. Yen share nose mask ketting. No yeah, ten. But be then. O say dey bo modern na e adjust. Na esesa. Say COVID bay worker dey share nose mask an dey na. Anye na se da won na wan anim na COVID be chewa se ka se ka che na nanu won se do oye yo nti yembo monzen nsesen anansa krabi ba yembo monzen ye fa ye hu rem na yitim na yensesa ye na abrabo na yembo abrabo pa na obobo yen na na pe bra se ebe me yesom na ye che oye nkranhyesem inde anape Cosmos awaha ebedin komo na ya hwe de ubon kraten na apodo na before me you bo rem wo de ubon kraten na apodo no mestre obi biara ko westcoastgh.com asemi oye a growing story anada no osi na memfa asem no mumbo enua na memfa nchop also tensions are rising in Ahanta West as assembly members accuse municipal chief executive Ebenezer Kofi of blocking their access to the municipal assembly hall for a critical meeting. The assembly member says the blockage is without explanation to help them know the reason for the MC's action. The disagreement is deepened over the controversial procurement of motorbikes meant for assembly members, with claims that the MC is stalling the procurement process. A visibly furious assembly member for Apimenim electoral area, Ernest Zotto, told us, that is West Coast TV, that he has never seen such a development in the Ahanta West Municipal Assembly since he joined in 2015, calling on the MC to collaborate with them to enhance the development of the municipality. What's happening is not good. I came to assembly in 2015 and I've never witnessed this before. As an MC, you need to collaborate with the assembly members for the development of the municipality. Why would the MC deny us access to the assembly hall? Then the next time he also calls for a meeting, we won't come. That is quote, unquote, Honorable Ernest Zotto, assembly member for Apimenim electoral area, told us. Adding fuel to the fire, assembly members also accused Engineer Edu of withholding approval for timely distribution of vital oil palm and coconut seedlings, key to local livelihoods. Other unresolved issues within the assembly continue to strain relations, creating an atmosphere of mistrust and frustration. This standoff raises serious questions about governance and collaboration in Ahanta West, leaving locals wondering. According to some sources, the MC, which is not confirmed, says that the MC has said there were ongoing renovations at the assembly hall. That is why once Anka Safe, then an audio intercepted on a platform which allegedly has the MC's voice, says that. So one say Master no was Wabaka Kay meeting there, Wabaka Kay Mama. It's all the things that are, rising up, and there's certain tension at the Ahanta West Municipal Assembly. We will look into that and speak to that issue, but quickly, more Cosmos Aquabana Indian Common Cosmos. Kedia.
Oh, Yamazi Adumula.
The Beladiana.
Oh, Yamaza de Bella Bashe, the Belladiane, the Bella Boko.
All right, and money Champions League matches in the world is wrong. Yeah, and so a big issue in Ahanta West. The municipal chief executive is alleged to have locked the assembly hall. Marcus Care, assembly members about the meetings, okay. But hey, yeah, Banzimo story unfold, yeah, but we have to, speak to it. Champions League, what was your pick?
I'm in Champions League. Come on, you're Europe, me teams mobile, okay. Teams you come, you makotokopo, come up against them, yeah, they will beat them. Where the Manchester United. I said that Scamper the Kotokone has become a boon The other team made the football university. We are seeing more football. Can apaka amke the ball of bar and okay
Mobobiani came
arrived. Many more be the more players mobile with me. Their aspiration, the greatest goal is to play for either Real Madrid and okay juvenile team remember for Basai. That's the greatest aspiration of every player. Real Madrid won against, I think, Olympic Marseille. The winning, aside the winning, one interesting thing for me was the presence of Mason Greenwood. Yeah. I am somebody more. I have a special like for that guy.
Okay.
Unfortunately, there are issues in Jikibi. And I thought Man United would have stood behind the guy. Like Ibioka Marseille, is it Sevilla? Yeah, brother, Villarreal can be here for party. Unfortunately, United couldn't stand behind that guy, and Scampella, he's finding his foot at Olympic match.
I think he has found his foot.
Yes, the whole of last season he did incredibly well. Almane, he was the one who gave
Timothy Weah,
the son of the former Liberian president, the legendary George Weah. Yes, Imani assists me everywhere. But Nimzike, the greatest football club in the world, may you come back.
Penalty.
It is normal. One aspect of winning, I said I am fair. Maybe how more winning really through the penalty. See, somebody will argue that penalty is part of, and it's part of football. The two incidents more. I think one, they knocked down this guy, that my favorite Brazilian guy, that small boy met him, baby. Rodrigo. They knocked that boy down. And Sebobo Bolwa, a Buchuma, whoever on a club for piano kuniti, it's penalty. Also argument there, Mika Bella. Your ball is so boss, I love penalty boss in some, what's with the penalty.
But if you work in here, it's a referee,
but Hanke, the penalty, several referee crack and care.
Referee's discretion.
Yes, Waka Mammy. I can make the lady I can't care, but incident in more the penalty. I look at your motion. Just that the greatest football team in the world, they say, boom winning against a team like Marseille. Marseille is a your greatest African footballer of all time. I bet the play in the world and come them the African Ghana may be busy Marseille. But you come Marseille, we will have to use 2 penalties and Sana Yakura. Winning against Marseille. I think I can hear the lowest moment for also gaming for me as somebody who admires Real Madrid so much. I think seeing winning against team like Marseille, hockey will have a especially with an attacker like Kylian Mbappe. You will have hockey will have a ball. Mama, yeah. Is Bayern Munich to accept. Yeah. That's not Marseille, my as an Arsenal man, as I'm the same level, they come and say,
yeah, Madrid, I say, Madrid ya bebela back to back.
Kan wo kroboka ba kwa be stubborn.
Okay.
Ye di tan ka be dum ko ba twiri ka ba wo kroboka aye medal po. Se ba kwa be stubborn. So ba how? Man.
But I have one fear in this Champions League.
Come on.
Ateta.
What will happen?
But let me do.
Oh. Na tata me ye be scan fe.
Yeah, Maria. Second.
Na ma tata ye be.
Yeah, man.
Ateta have beat him how many years it?
I think it's sixth season.
Sixth season. A performance. Ili second and now EPL no. Now there were times more Arsenal was celebrating Champions League qualification you. It come Man use Kampala. Some Man use Kampala po be Champions League qualification they will celebrate. Inti if abepo for that level bobo and chicken. E kadikin it's kan bass na bodu menu e had king be nanka nanka ni be first nanka ni be lebula nanka
can you mukunu to away from the football you hear anman easily what Hunter West.
Oh yes anman when we had anman when you hosty you minimum more be dan bon the camera they would cleaning Agona Street, you know, especially the certain year got testing and the call like there is an issue over Agona Municipal Assembly. Just after the show, some of the team members had to quickly move to the place. Yeah, you usually can and then we realized assembly members I think minimum about Baba Kujani, Baba will be then we go closer to them and they made us understand Bagale for a meeting. Unfortunately, they can't have access to the assembly hall to have their meeting in T or Kebichina assembly hall. On the staircase. Minimum hall, Hunter West Municipal Assembly chain. Staircase is all in between assembly hall. The main gate in the ECMA office was a corridor. Came out and they had to stand there and hold their meeting. And to them, they've passed their resolution. The resolution in Timor, and Kalman in Bako, meeting, they've passed it, and they registered their displeasure concerning some of the things more happening or assembly care. Madam Decay will be delving deep into this issue. At the right time, the details of the whole thing is here for but Almani, the scenes assembly care wasn't one more. It is very good because mama no more you go assembly kebe minti more the electoral area may die ya jini ku ya because onu ku ni me e represent you mu a assembly ke na meeting ba ejine ya janu the bella make happen bella ejine ya janu to see that scene assembly ke I think to avoid chaos minti mo ba ma ye mu ya kwa assembly ke mo be selecting bi mo ya because ye je mu ya kokko in assembly meeting. The place will be chaotic. Elect assembly members here now. You get to a point more. Assembly members will be in disagreement. They be against the municipal assembly. The MC, Mason, Yenibo, Kama, and the assembly members say they don't agree on it to the extent that some people will have to be denied access to the assembly's hall. For meeting then it's an issue more or can undermine but the details of it man at the end of also the very care how can you resolve it because over the years one of the things more like quality money and like an MC will come more in the MP Bashada Bakleke if you okay MP Zaipo recommend the MCU along the line serious issues. Yeah. The only time more MC is any and I can recommend Lebby. If I unfortunately MP so you're really fine. But this time around more an MC and MP who seem to be clicking very well and so far tell it when you Bella will be intermediate we accept care they are doing things. Collaborating and doing everything very well for Andama. It is a shift from between MP, MC, MC, assembly members. Yeah, Mommy, I've always said here our demand and I can call on MPC now for development. And sometimes I feel we are directing our energy to the wrong place. Just that MPC beza beson bomwa. Yeah, mama dake. Monokom konko is a mama kuku ake. Mana nti ma yaye A B C D.
Sure.
But some bizarre comment me yaye A meza han keke ye. B meza han keke ye. C meza han keke ya. For meta han ya. If I need development, I'll have to call on that person. It's MC.
Yeah.
Inti say you budget the come on MC medake. Ede Ahanta West president you. Any kofre ya Aguna Udo electoral area president. Amunduzo electoral area president. The MP. Aha, MP.
Yeah.
Monomo boko wa me Ahanta West president me Ikeli Juma na say there is a disagreement. It will be in terms to the extent that Mbiomo they will not be given access to a particular place. I think you seriously have to delve deep into it and bring out.
But don't you think based on Ahanta West local governance is experiencing proper separation of powers and checks and balances?
No, the fact there is a strong disagreement between MC and assembly members doesn't necessarily mean there's proper separation of powers. I agree, if one part being strict, making sure loopholes and the I agree with that one. But until that is the cause of it. Because there is a disagreement in the or it could easily mean they just don't click.
No, but I won't allow somebody to be in Accra, to procure something and bring it down here while I can do it myself.
Okay, maybe Momo Adi.
Mama, yes.
My mama so me de like it. The letter that came from Nalak never stated how much each of the motorbikes
cost.
Me scam ya how you go mu ya can what is costing all this.
Sure.
There is procurement of motorbikes for assembly members.
Sure.
Me, yeah, if also they be more. My mom so me he say, na like let am baba care, but pick about motors for my assembly members. Say, but state will more care motorbike. Yeah, call the 1 3 cities. Yeah, call the 1 10 cities. Yeah, call the 1 6 cities. Per let am baba but state.
Sure.
Inti say me signing on to it. Yeah, it's like I am signing a blank check to someone. Which I don't think Abiola Moore is serious with Ejimabela and want to sign a blank check to anyone.
Okay. Granted that it is airtight, holistically, this is what it is. I sure being Ejima on yes.
Ma'am,
sure.
Almani, when you go to the ground,
Sure.
you get feedback from the assembly members. They put out fine.
Sure.
Yeah, we are trying as much as we can to get to the MC.
Sure.
Most make a more you crack a side of the story because one group behind the side, he being the other. In this group, may combat can get against two groups, two factions. Yet the side of the story. Unfortunately, we've tried everything we can to get to him. We are not able to get to him for him to speak. But the fact that doesn't also mean see it baby. Concerning that side of the story, especially when you trust the source more on yani. Inti pe ojoko mbaka ni pe ojoko ma meso kan mama as I sit here if that is how the letter came na me a problem like but state how much it is inti say yes sign on to it yeah it's like yes sign it na se ba fa ba na se ba kake e de bolomo e de outrageous yeah what do I do
yeah motor is just suppose like you meet the actual price more.
What do I do? But mommy, so me concern like if indeed also yeah dear, how come can assembly members say but they also debate too? Because Kobe, mommy made the MC
sure
more are they an assembly member. Gifty made a higher authority from my mama and more and I care an authority more amaze more and a bone more jima.
Sure.
You Gifty by letter care. Assembly being headed by Mezame, Modo Mutuma, assembly members. You muhamu okay. Yes. Gifty letter me bagale deadline e approach and I care a pound more. But then the content of letter am bagale it does not sit well with me. Into also the mam had a letter back to Gifty more. Nam han rebeke letter ma baga yezo no more. Nanso what can one more care motoi e cost 3 cedis, 5 cedis, 10 cedis. Intike ya kele letter not even 2.
Okay.
Amezezan
Okay.
From all the MMDAs more sure. Western region more. But about tomato but from be more from biela.
Sure.
Now state exactly how much more it will cover ya akodomoto for us.
Okay.
Intimate sign on to it music because per you come MC a kind. He say Ozuka it common fire what could do.
Yeah.
It the common fund see by fire budget ya.
Exactly.
Na mam music common fund dey make a day e be oka 10 cedis. 10 cedis yo enne see if I 3 cedis and 2 cedis. You fair your tomato and to take care of warfare issues. That's a moto e be kokodo. Now it come to cost us 5 cedis. Wa bremon e kokodo po ya prompt ye kete cost 5 cedis after you dem aye we and san ya mo ke cost 5 cedis ya. Ne ye hole and regale. Inti me being a good leader, but man who more money. Na e hele e ho ma be. Na prompt be na baba nye ni zo be di dan ho ani. So if Ozojo come MC kind of hala, I am so surprised. I will be so surprised. First of all, PM, ya ti Ozojo kweto. Assembly members are not understanding to become MC.
So and again, like what has been their modus operandi when they went for orientation? Like, was that how they were oriented? How come? According to sources, say all the 13 MMDAs mobile and that in one design, what resolution? But
Kobe say, would you come here? They sent to them. And Kobe, there are more to the story than I think both parties are presenting to us because say I say Okaka letter Fakomaba. When did you tell the PM that?
Yeah.
From that time to Monday and that time to Monday, Ahala. Na la kalalia, listener,
Okay.
deadline pound what are the implications? Are there sanctions, penalties? Until you need to ask Ozon Jokwe. Most make a more. They are looking only out for their personal interest. Yeah, it could be so it's a die that's why you want to but be like a the
boss or
the MC okay, your cry, yes, a kind. We've tried everything we can to get in touch with him now. Unfortunately, it's not happening.
Okay, all right, Cosmos. That is just by the way on the side of the issue reported by WestCoastGH.com. Let's start with the newspaper headlines review. The custodian. Let's start off with the custodian. On the front page of the custodian says Asiedun Ketia starts NDC 2028.
The remaining three of I mean, the pictures work, but I was remember pictures work, the pictures are intact. Okay. But one person more, he would more, they use the wrong picture. They've apologized to the person, then replace the pictures.
All right, next story now, okay. Asiedun Ketia starts NDC 2028 presidential.
Yes, I would agree with the custodian care, the bid for 2028 because the NDC as a party, as a ruling party, anything it should be NDC
for,
as
thank you, Thor, right?
Yeah, for NDC as a party.
But he is the chairman of the NDC.
He's a quasi don't get your talk and like NDC talk. NDC talk alone.
Accra some be extract today. Says NDC thank you talk.
Any more
chairman, the party chairman.
Yeah,
leading that talk.
Oh, definitely the party chairman because party I be made Mele chairman.
But best share to so Eastern region.
No, I said to Eastern region. Can region more as I come to choose you.
But chief of staff is the Eastern region.
Oh, and I can't care start to it.
Yes.
Mammy me interested like a near more yabacana. If it's national executives, ministers now they can one, then we can say it's an Asiedun Ketia talk in bid for corporate 2028. But there is followed by many more then we will say the Asiedun Ketia is
I think if you have quite no, it's not part.
Okay. And we need to know minimum and boko
I'll get you.
Now, care by more NDC call. Thank you, Tom. More the general secretary now.
Maybe it's on
another
assignment.
Okay, any more back now. Mind you, say a political party boko a tower, a national tower. It's a major event on their calendar.
Sure.
Until another assignment. Yeah, okay. Maybe it's our question. Another assignment. Yeah, Bakavaka the general secretary, more or less the administrator of the party.
Okay.
So it will also Jimai. There is a major event on the calendar of the NDC.
So let me juxtapose this to or infer this to what happened to the Gallant 8. The president here a call now Baoba had to solve for the very responsible mining more unto the KA. But there was another assignment which engaged the president, so he had to delegate to somebody to be on his behalf. that one is a national assignment which needs the presence of the president. So this one.
That's Kobe Makan me dim ten, but that's a day event.
Yes.
So maybe Zake Knawa. I'm not saying the first day Knawa. Maybe Zake the entire tour.
Maybe subsequent. You say join.
Maybe Zake because definitely it's about NDC Kotoa. Many mobile the NDC national level. But region below they will meet those regional people, constituency people will come. If you are other region, you are not part of the national executive. I will mean to get closer. If you are with central region, western regional chairman, your capability care for separate join. Intima me mpaka mo ke to we ani amabokwa. Ede mo ke many ABC di bokko. Ye kama kan ke yes ede amba. Ede ase edun ke thank you to anaka ede NDC bezabe betowa. Mami being ase edun ke to anaka NDC bezabe to we depend on me mobokko. Okay. Say national tower for NDC. It should include
even the chief of staff.
Remember, my pom the church. He's looking at chief of staff. He's looking at them.
Julius Debra. He's looking at them with his bombastic side eye. At the minister. Oh no. Look at bombastic side eye.
National executive, chairman, secretary, treasurer, youth organizer, those many more. Say even more than half of them should be on because it's a major event for NDC as a party. If a lot of these big guys, mobile NDC, especially the national guys, are missing, now less than half of the national executives. Yeah, mama, some personal thank you to.
Before more, your next paper now, next item is around Accra. I see them get TSB. They say it's successful.
A lot. Okay, it will be NDC as a party. Even if it does not become successful, it will become one of the top two for many more. They will be contesting for
the greatest forces.
Yes. And Mami Momi currently in our political dispensation, I see Edun Ketia is very popular, respected, and he's among the top guys who are Ghana politics. So if he avails himself for a position of that sort, I can't tell too much secret union and political but top two, young women second year will be part of that. Oh yes, I'm just saying he's in serious.
Their party, they see also as a traitor.
Oh
no. Like, let me give you an instance. The reason why the reason why they are saying that, like, on the run up to the national chairmanship bid, may reveal secrets. Be more ankinike reveal. Nekake boko court 2020 po ne be any evidence bela mo ba fa boko court e wole be ya chatuchika take any really ke issue mo bela boko substance bela ni no but it okay ichina no more.
I don't see that to be a serious secret about the NDC. I see that to be an incompetence on the part of many more believe NDC into the election. Says that he was part of a Germany. That aside, the chairman, then how do you tell me you lose your general election? You court, any evidence?
He was the general secretary.
Yes, remember Kake said aside the general secretary, you mean more the party. Yes, yeah, you know, our election, you know. That aside, say rank party, leadership, you don't rank the secretary ahead of the chairman. You rank chairman ahead of the secretary. The chairman yeba asana
secretary.
A vice is in a demand bag asana secretary.
Simple.
But no problem. But chairman will definitely place ahead of
and then,
the secretary.
because the secretary becomes more or less like the administrator
of the party.
So,
run the party.
yeah,
Just that there's a
activity.
boss.
Yes.
You have to report
to your boss.
Inti ozo joko e me han helbe. Mna denti mo ye odo abewi ye court. As a leader of your party man ye court as any evidence me ye court.
That is what some people are holding against him, but
me lo
all right. Cosmos, I think Anuman is a Tamale Technical University student. Ben Ablisma Ben actually seriously
over a demonstration.
A demonstration, yeah. I think story on page 2.
I learned care.
It says
the facilities, yeah, shada kobo, especially the kakuma boko school na se bioka, be kuni ye ikoke ye umbo. To the extent that students more bosumadia or tertiary institutions they've resorted to open defecation. Ama ada lecture hall na say lecture be lecture na say wa dey to baba was already was wa dey to baba and ma supome ezuponu e ba lecture hall is point e ba confuse kura was dey be wa dey to e dey come am mo smell elective mass but am adin mu azike ni am ma furo so e baba scatter ma adwene nti ba han ko ba the cable am o ka e bokobela no bo ho banya solution bela so the last thing they had to resort to Melake, they had to
demonstrate. Because I ba confused me imagine how the bezu me say is madian ko level 400 first semester economics advance lecturers say ya finish ai mu atinative okay game theory
melama
that brought about the whole confusion. Me the Zuma from day 1 up to and then the more
is within
you won't cram or game theory is
as in a particular topic or course in
yes.
Or no. Kubo to answer about her paper.
Yeah, I had a paper because duly said
is that the questions you got wrong. But never valid there.
Akko.
Remember Azuma dear preparing towards the paper. Ni paper need the listener.
I think the paper was it a week?
Like a week
yeah,
time.
Weekend yeah. So okay. Paper say Wednesday. I come here the paper so be new examination center.
By slaughterhouse can ya.
Slaughterhouse can neck.
What can it?
Air condition now yeah. If phone so they are sweat. Gabe.
Over the ball more too.
Yeah, was really game theory. Some chicken dilemma, madam.
Case die.
Massa. So after the paper here, I search on game theory. Nika get a course on its own.
Yeah, if 2 hours or 3 hours, he left us back here by day 2. Many my Ghana student, yeah, dear you, Ghana student, yeah, the magicians were off. Yenima, you cry, yeah.
Mamma, my cram color.
Mamma, some mamma, I will not even look at the question. Mammy, in the first place, it caused a pomenaba.
I'll call the
the baby Musuma came in one hello. Until the Kim Musuma, so I'm alcohol. Now, those topic, Max and Nanko take around 20. With your 50 before I'm home, I know.
The man like a cow, Samuel, you name. Said days a lot. Meti a cray, Nasa, Meni. Bayad Kababa, like you know,
was already causing us to my.
I was also confusing.
Never open defecation so far. I want my type make a back. Okay, I find. The money more university see me. Behiana bedin than there are a lot happening there with the various universities. Student front sometimes they also see more by instead of care, but aligning with the student, they will represent the interest of the student because. Any more being from school internet, they are aligning with the school.
I think most of the times the vice chancellors, intimidate.
My mom, they have but my lectures, mom, but do have years as president because it say Abana Salabaka can represent mom student, mom, the Abam come away interested. Then men more represent be interested, mom be elective mom. Into university, technical university. More, you have to resort to open defecation. these are adults, like more they have to resort to open defecation. It's something else.
Yeah, cool.
The sanitation situation is around the school by star.
But me over the be over the daily gist. You see, Ablakwa beats retreat pushes for new presidential jet. That is on the front page of the daily gist. And then said why Mahama Galamsey fight is failing. Protocol hiccups embarrasses vice president at Navy public events. So I must still bring it. Kwabena Japan runs from publication targeting Ekufuado. Siedun Ketia hits grounds running with thank you tour. Martinami do open fire on Abronya Church. Story on page 4. I'm just saying get the LM for senior man.
Okay, Mamma dear, my one person mom me page you or Ghana your politics in Mele. I see you I seriously love to listen to him.
Yeah,
because it can you serious,
very passionate. You ne lay
rough see how my ebede Ablakwa beat retreats pushes for new presidential jets. Ablakwa in the era of former president. He was very vociferous when it comes to president traveling and nyeni bebre waka mo ye dele asemane ye de meye eva ye danko
sure
senne he say bodo presidential jet. I wish I could read the whole thing to have a proper understanding of the Kakumo Ichina.
So I think he was speaking Manekake at that time the jet was in a pristine condition. No say up to 2030. Masende President Mahama Mezemele complaining. That's a Mahama needs about complaining care. President is stranded 22 hours for airport and dia. But consort dia. But feel care but the presidential jet follow dia. Fair enough.
Okay, so the presidential jet is that your president really. Let's ask ourselves, okay, but you see China.
Oh no. I think
but you see China. I'm ready to mobile you see the China. Is in a very good condition because I think your president really first and he uses a brother a jet. A lot of people made a lot of issues out of. Also, yes,
I'm part of those people who made also a lot of issues.
Oh, okay. So, mama, dear, once more, may aware it's in a good state. Now there is an available one that is not even costing the nation anything there. Why not? Because say, your president is stranded. Between our president getting stranded at a particular airport for even 2 hours, your president is a brother. A private jet without any cost to the nation. Money and a day payer.
It's some money and a case on a brother.
It's some money, but
so the Oman, the country itself needs to make provisions.
And so the country then needs to get
exactly. We need to get the president a jet.
But my mom there's some day brother. And I will intention dash me jet to my brother.
To money.
My
I let your money.
Not my brother, not my name. I'm Chelsea. Oh yes, near you.
Okay. So I said fetch money.
No, me come on, say. Whatever he would do, if your first president, I think by my special suit, he handled the property of Ghana.
Yeah.
Made the menu, even the American as a person is actually a I think most often
Markepo Pokwase. Okay. That presidential residence more will Pokwase.
Yes.
Say the Makola market woman, Belilelu Square, Baba Wolmo, Bobo Dolly or Zazle, in the name of Kwame Nkrumah, Nkegano, Big General Ozo, Baba Man, no, any time Bellamore equal retreat me. Quite work, and other time I can be much more remote
and far from Accra.
Yes,
the business district. So
he also gave that one too.
So, you see, Kanke as a president most often say but dey chew na say wa bet troubles be like be can ke bi oka they induce you na dey intima baba ma then you humbly dash it to the nation most me like okay once me ever ma was personally there is a price to pay them became intima most of them but e be okay I'm told some of them but chebe cars never the fleet of cars mobile presidency na dem with them inti say e brother e dash jet na say na nkele money me we ezeke but that said scamper let's ask ourselves yeah jet what's the state of our jet what's the state of your private jet
I think it was grounded in France Beleme could do crap because Charlie machine more virgin okay a two asa akwasi
inti if ozoye they are from when yes that ke e war in that state yeah maybe that ke from when because say it was a very bad state during the time of Yedimenya Ekufuado. Yeah, some members of the ruling party, the current administration, stood against him as a them.
I think they even sent a proposal to Parliament to purchase a private jet, but you know you could see at that time the economy was.
You see, during Yedimenya Ekufuado time, there was a sort of I don't know how mama describe it. Some discomfort, into the slightest thing more in PPK belani, a backfire. Eleni name kake scampala. But Osquale Bakwali you could gidi. The bulla le back nane yabra bon gidi. But it appears like environment here calm. The like, atmosphere like
won't do be. So me wa come queen.
Man on one care the be like the baby so significant ewo ya brabo no now especially you could kunu ni ya udo ye light bill ye bill na ade nu as compared to the previous administration but it appears ke ye relieved regardless of whatever happening in those days the slightest thing will America can ba me ye ze gbam ni another issue ba me ye ze ni another thing but scampala crap it will interest you to know case Kampala. So before the debate, tables so discuss here. The kind of discussion makers surrounding this thing will not be like how many days some time ago.
Sure.
I may not be able to pinpoint exactly why that will happen, but
you see the aggression, then the passion. Most of the time in here for Kajokone. Oh yeah, like. Other time you mwako ekeli lasre
the slightest thing bella
mani no yese behind truth be told
kobi mba let's mba I'm not disputing what you come can but kaka mani no yese what does it mean
cosmos other time
mba
after saka one bar
ne de sana
ni keke de 90
cities
90
scampala
is 70 80
cities mommy the last time my mom done seka I bought this seka around 85 cities.
Hey.
Oh yes, I bought seka 85 cities. So you buy 90. I don't know the brand. Until mopo you buy poke, but they say, girl, it is just 5 cities years already. Now you have no idea how a be if I like just for the fact but the bill was dropped.
Sure.
Somebody may say, okay, 5 CD may it's not so significant. But just 5 CD, the sort of relief they may valga. Some few months ago, number two, Columbia around 75, 70.
Yeah.
Scamper market, you can get some around 65, 60.
Yeah.
Difference there now 10 CDs you. If you can't care, you get 10 CD Oh yes.
That is yes.
It is so significant. But if as a sort of relief, if I be able no more, if you are you will not be able to appreciate also 10 CD relief Megan Queen in life in me. But compare in your dream becomes compare me concord the Columbia poor, it is 75
it is 70
and 65 and 65. the bear. But it said that the big bella. Say, I can the big be okay, 70 and back at 30. Honey, I can so significant. A bit, but Charlie, the Ben chicken, it be idea also small persuasion and I did more as a chicken. Mema, to some extent. Our man a calm and chicken, but Kobe, you need to be la me at there hasn't been yet a coffee this thing. Yeah. 50 Ghana. Yeah, 50 Ghana is almost the same.
Yeah.
Scam people 50 Ghana for my size people. You quite did the cap size in me quite. Girl caps more but more photo. Girl cap. It is almost the same thing. So the chunk of me anymore at all street in me. Maybe few ones more bag in a day bioka because of the production line. Fuel na dinti. Bioka mala based chicken war in their industry nti e force be my bad is right chicken but Kobe nyeni me deal. I asked this question some few weeks ago okay. Seka abi manage to do because you I'm saying you guys me and the age ma okay. Bioka about 3 months ago and okay 1 year ago a day one ne atokoko sana. Ato watches sana ato saka sana na bizo ozonu kun like nne etokoko sana almost the same amount here ta mam ko mche koko nwa osikwa man fa mine about 1 year ago it's almost the same thing the size is almost the same thing nti nyeni me since ani gidigidi bela but nyeni chicken be what be especially in the kakuma be package the kasaka ebioka flour ni omunye ni na ade even flour possible this one has it translated into the size of bread
the bread more idea now these are the questions that you are asking.
Yes, but it appears generally there's some sort of comfort me or man means it's like yanile means the cost of yanile but it appears a lot of people are just happy and mintimo. See if a discussion on the new jet, if a bar. Seriously, it will not be like how many Debbie.
But me, I think it's like cause it's a national security threat.
I also think another one. I also think the Crusaders more be okay, behind the discussion. Scamper, okuja to a black one. You did some joy the one Beneke. In the if there should be that discussion. There should be crusaders for that discussion. And you more you buy crusaders, yeah.
Well, okay, but like you have certain parliamentarians more like, but Bob.
No, I agree. Okay, you this man war joy of once I will be MP. Kojo Pon communication man, he's excellent.
Sure.
But it can't. How more Ghana Maka Vani? Ghana Maka care more as at cafe, Ilechele. Oh, as a power yellow way, Lechele and a bella. Into a class, I lie, I buy a care and a yard journey. I'm here for the damp now. Into how more because Zonupo from
Scamper like Crusaders of we buying a new presidential.
Can't care. Some years ago when the idea started to pop up Yankee a do new jet.
Yeah.
Many more crusade but carry message come on by me yet.
Yeah.
Okujeta Blackwa. Yeah. Ne Sam George Mona. Scampala, see a cacayeto. Now said there should be resistance from the opposition here. I am asking near more. You can lead other resistance here.
No, I don't think they will resist.
You can't get down. How more? Okay. Make council your because.
Okay.
You can care many left fight, but I resist too much. You must have some care. First, many resisted because there were some people more. They were pushing the agenda. Care, mama, yeah. Care and people as a party would have to toe the same line. I'm asking care and near more. You can lead the other crusade.
But you work minority leader.
That's okay. I agree. Nagana man, kills a care. From how long? Yes, that's care. It's sided with this because that's some few years ago. You were not with that. The bill
your presidential.
The bill, yes. Mentimo, imu akna we It's easy for a group of people to push for the resistance of the buying of the private jet.
I don't think we should ever and ever resist that. Okay, no, indicate to private jet, the first gentleman of the land. Why? Some of these things are national security threats.
Yes.
A president of the land boarding a passenger flight. Oh, cosmos. Politics, yeah.
Yes, that one. I
look at how we reduce politics to.
Yes.
Your president.
Even
SRC president may will use it simple. A background, bodyguards.
More you very clear.
Cast more in
although men make you more it's some breeding grounds. You very clear. It is in all the kind. You may have black one. Even if you should buy the presidential jet, the energy more careful can look like a back handle.
Say it tone it down.
Yes, because of is that position be more if you okay some time ago. Mean more the camera can you let crack it out. We know you may have black how much if I can do call the energy now the local cover the same energy could easy because of the cable like the cable manage some few years ago. It's coming.
I think you heard the next paper now. Yeah, ballet dear more but protocol hiccups embarrass vice president at Navy public event. The naval officer Anna. The Ghanaian publisher said NPP blast police over tattoo student brutality. That is a Tamale Technical University brutality. Ghana faces $1 billion arbitration over Bogoso Prestia mine in the session. Gold board bust smugglers place 1 million Ghana city bounty on 4 suspects. Siedun Ketia fuels 2028 bed.
Kobe my a funny side or good board. Good board bed 1 million is it for Bumua and I can make you one bar. Simba 1 million. I got some family Jimo.
But good board yeah but one tis be my
some family me and 1 million Ghana city. Hey Kobe.
But rest of late I call and this Beshimbiemo. So one party be one Indian man be one more. He appear on 2 different videos.
Minimum
yes, he has appeared in 2 different videos. So people are trying to raise concerns.
So does that mean Kebachiba, Kebachiba, what happened to them?
People are saying that, amen. The mobile mama and
Kebe Jimala, Bashadaba of them. But Kobe, would somebody accept easily care to my new video care? Mesuma good old money just because of education. I
go to school.
Okay.
I like to get $6 billion here, $4 billion here.
Good board,
yeah.
From Enaka.
In the space of
the good is a industries that may come and make good is a
good board you.
Memka good is a kid use. India can remember come back a generating once more you two. Galam say with mining you to go do mining the bellows come and say.
One man asked a question, also square one.
A wahina come
although $4 billion more a generating wahina.
Like
because I Pisqua 24-hour economy.
Baby, I care why not? My day to care like
in 9 months, you already generating around $4 billion. Yes.
Now, is that money not part of IGF or money income you generate? It's not part.
It's part.
And tell me why not? Like is it accounts mail and
like what are we?
Yeah, no money on banning, but or more brother. Sure. Kobe Mamu here also NPP blast police over Tamale Technical University students brutality. I think yeah crowd near riot handling by your police. It is more okay yes. These are students. Students more they are only asking care. Your facilities near school care. The baba it's not in good state. Until they improve it.
Look at the pedigree, you know.
Yes.
A tertiary student
man.
be more engineering maths.
These are married. A lot of them are married.
Yeah.
But I'm brother. Certificate
here. Maths important. That's a understand.
My mom, their maths is a call. You will, anything maths. I just a call. Call maths. Someone who easy one. But
yeah, engineering maths.
That's a 7. You couldn't carry part. Come on, you can decode report. How Nasa bed demonstrate. I don't know the degree with the gravity and the energy mobile demonstration, but if they are going to be brutalized by police simply because they are asking for those things, unless of course they were burning down the schools, they were destroying things. Even with that, I don't think you more than care. Yes, by the tiny, but you can care they should be brutalized. Unless the paper is exaggerating with the headline. Say yes or pan.
Yesterday I was just listening to one of our sister stations, that's Ekosi saying, and along the line the interview like seems like they were assaulted.
It's not good. It's not proper.
Because you hear a daily graphic now, you hear a Ghanaian Times now, easy. I don't know the reason why more you don't want to talk about it. Say don't get tears bed.
I tell you, Mama say like belay with your time. The time work I must say come you could be. They should govern Ghana.
He's only a chairman. He's not part of the executive.
Okay, what? We are focusing on executive the MBA. We are projecting those ones. If I tell everyone,
oh, Massa. Me. That can buy a shell to up here.
More than more.
Baripa, chief of staff here, you do. You get put destroy home grounds again.
I tell you, get a letter on.
Hey, General, good boy, because one time they never friend for interviews. I am more hard than do. Man, friend me, for chairman. Chairman number one, you won't. Boy, the chairman number very fast.
Terminate the secretary.
Yeah, it's a friend for swamp of. Oh, friend on phone, with the number with my wife. Oh, friend on my hey, this man.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, but I really like his persona.
Is there someone who doesn't like as you get it? As in hate him?
No, I hate him for what?
Charlie. Man, you do quite follows on one baby. How much of a can I
let it too. You not even understand.
In one of his interviews, he was asked about why more Julie minority leaders nowadays. He said, "Ah, come on, power care." Mammy, power, basically, Mumini Palmer. I want him to as him going power. Come on, may have Alan. Until you come no winning power. You winning, come and enjoy beer. Come and be the minister. Come on.
Oh, David. But you read the daily graphic. It's a big push project takes off. President Mahama cut short 4-3 major roads. And Galamsey 5 Catholic Bishop calls for state of emergency. It was page 13. I think Benyeri land dispute, 5,000 school children displaced, 44 schools shut down. Air pollution now top killer, overtakes HIV/AIDS. I think Catholic Bishop conference, they've been the only consistent group more.
It's because of groups like this in Timor. You know, a political party be busy a particular group because it be as a den mobile
sure.
Benyeni does not sit well with certain group of people. Many people are out. Never back can be so many men they are being induced by this group. They are this. I seriously don't feel comfortable when that discussions are being made. A group like the Catholic Bishop Conference, they were part of the group that called for state of emergency and like a strike, encouraging some group of workers to even demonstrate because of the and they've said this. I saw a flyer that said, "Okay, fix the country." Many more they are behind fix the country. They've scheduled, I think, 23rd or so for a demonstration.
Oliver Bakavama.
Yeah. Oliver Mo. They've scheduled 23rd or so September for demonstration.
Hey, Benyam Italian, I hate Kwame Nkrumah.
The Nkrumah never die spirit. Now, do you think Nkrumah will be happy? How more your environment ni nzurume ye to efa ko etwon azo ye di. Do you think Nkrumah will be happy? Nkrumah would wish on his birthday a massive one. Can Nkrumah made there be more in daily demonstration now? Aha. Inti say yan po day. E birthday po ye major one po yan killer. Inti I think okay about the Catholic Bishop Conference. Okay about Baba.
They've been I think they are the only consistent group that
very
I've
consistent.
seen
Yes.
so far.
Yes. And the other groups in the country mumu okay. Yeah, but correct push government belama. You can make sure okay, say you can history away from where they are supposed to be going, and then you come back to the Kakuma Oka Kwana for Ghana Mania for the Kababa. So, Mam dear man, money as a story, my lily and my bombing pie in Jikiba. Some missing Amonica, Idon's Ba, Ibogua, the Catholic Bishop Conference, the individuals, especially in mobile labor, definitely say being opposition.
Oh, yeah,
mobile, opposition, ma'am, no bomb pine come up. When mobile labor, then you continue call pine come up. Coming me here, the big push project, mention. Say, your president, big push man is a pecan fire, the major rules nowadays. Say, this thing is becoming a reality. That's it. Major roads to me were money looking. Crabaka, Yemaka, fire. Nakasebwa. Mammy, I've used the Eastern Corridor Road somewhere in 2016, 2018. When I was on Tamale Maloko Kenny, Nanka distance in Kayabella. But because of the nature of the road, last time I be Ghana K Holly Cote d'Ivoire, and he said, the moment more we were Cote d'Ivoire inside, and you realize
as Ghana,
why? Nanka from Takrady to Cote d'Ivoire, because Mopo ya vai poke ya vini, but the Kakmon Javro Kulu Azoni, Opo de fine na the Rebbe Emra, Bonke or money. But look at the road more, Scampepo ya may Adoma contractor alazo. Look at how my yearly for some years and sana contractor and imagine ke Boko Afconi na Nigeria ma bafa plane. Never balbas, he bolu at the bezo. Sebab for playing for players back of a plane, most of the supporters it's about with bass. It is good was a 1 year rule. From Accra, I'm there really after time I can't remember my colleague can change. But from Accra, my lab bank what you have to happy just look at on animal mama in
I think after 10 months, so very reconstruction.
And look at before the reconstruction. Say be a basic a holy Cote d'Ivoire, yes, Nigeria basical Cote d'Ivoire, but Krohanim and I can say do as around Sana. He seriously doesn't speak well of person. To say, your president, vow the baby made deserve. I'm just hoping, case of cry, but pumping enough resources into it.
Major rules, a very big push here.
Yeah. Major rules, me or man in the Crabby, then in the Kenjikin Suma, you will work on a corner. It's
like the Canadian model of reviving an economy after a recession. You push money into major infrastructure, okay, and you employ more people in the sector so that you can get taxes from them at the end of the day to generate revenue for the government. This is what they are models, and I think it's a good
hoping a road like Cape 3 Point to Sangurangada will be captured.
Yeah.
Because he had some was on one as well. My morning, minimum or one is we can name it to my bed. For that road, especially since Rutua, the road more and I can lead it to Biombo Chumazo. It is a big pushy back. I am just hoping a road like that. A coffin when anybody care. Simpa Junction, Maloko dry shame. Also, road can if in the Crawford.
Oh, yeah, some short routes.
Just imagine care as a taco.
More aqua eziama.
As a taco, Apakaco, Eziaman, Caco, you just use that road. Then there is this road based on or Bonsa. It's a coop in the Nicojusua. But mammy, we used to Bonsa, Benson. Yeah. Road, yeah. So the road people by year baba. Most of the bigger trucks instead of Cabo used to keep near one and
then one in crab body.
It's a big push in it.
Okay.
But easy more, them because much a big push it be.
What's the next thing?
One more GMPC man. But be ama some Tommy Fiat be nam long within 5 minutes. And then you do your wall in baby. Kobe air pollution is one. Pollution the MS scamper your land degradation, your water pollution, scamper they say air pollution so and air pollution in me. The industry see but contribute, but Amazon your contribution chicken cars in a day. If there is one aspect money me pekena ka bafa ba emission levy one na koka bi na me kali smoke bela ka be day emission levy
ni more ato also combustion fuel oh yeah for more a combustion more come on chemistry me if I buy fumes if I buy or a tray oh yeah also many I got also fuel ba work to a higher because also cars mobile use also fuel say also cars say the cheaper oh yeah
the work turn by ben and produce fumes bovogwa
but across the other part of the road but use gasoline oh yeah
that means ke amazaya money say abeke mama ni ko use other cars ya ke say ko ye malani policies to prevent because as care also nyani ba set care environment some of these things okabaye Mom, I'm even talking about the ones mobile system. I can't be a calipani. It too zike. Il est à joke 0 na mezu too bani. Odo nye ni mu kana ye best care atmosphere ne dust na omonye ni mu aso kana. Ye be scamp air pollution po ikuma meni po etela. Ko fa ya HIV AIDS ne malaria. Air pollution, you do malaria,
you do
HIV and AIDS. It doesn't come as a surprise. Came in baby buluala be internal organs say 40 because of our mama chumbo
Cosmos, I'm interested in a story on the Daily Searchlight now. They say government backtracks on reckless public sector dismissals, claim to have set up revocation committee.
Naka wuni ya okay.
Yeah. Oh, cinema.
What dey omo?
Come hele ya zo letter ya.
Moi evazak be ya. When it comes to us all sacking in one idea, I think there should be clear-cut plan as a money. If you feel okay, Mbiumo would fill a certain sector with the supporters when they are living there. A simple not by bedding more abai things. Yeah, there should be clear-cut to I think Bipohan idea. He process say started February of the year me buy na day. Oh yeah. But valley na day. Then you go back to that time. So after December, and within election.
Oh yeah. And within election.
And like from 3 months to election. Can't make 3 months because party work be be survey na di mu bonke election see elusu. Some 3 months to the election. Secret e ba ken bonke bulusu. Nti bezaba already e kan be dem a be hesitate. They hesitate by failing other places with be me. Nti naka e bi 3 months before election after time I can hand you over. You should quickly put those things down. But it's not proper care many. One thing more it caught my attention was one guy he said Bevale because Bevale with community. Okay, the Kakuma would die a one. Okay, cover that area. You were high earlier. Young guys, answer number can you scope earlier may do 2 years. Earlier may do 400 and I 500 cities a year. If you put 600, 700 a year. Now it 2 years or so. No, I had to do your noon con Yamayadam Muni knows more around about support to our support na our high earlier. I started Kabu and Moko Hujima. I ran a follow Gala is a Quaudo. Quaudo, what happened to me to come and do for renting? It's anymore, they are not proper. It is a government has set up a committee to look into that. Yeah, I am hoping it will just no be
I think it past tense. They say claims to have set up revocation committee. Okay, but that's a revocation committee and sana baby.
Asana be also many. Asana.
Also
That means there a proper solution to that problem, and we are not even seeking for any proper solution, Bella, to that problem. It's not. It did the more the baba. We should not entertain it.
You say how chief of staff you.
The other day, you couldn't pick a intimate picture that can.
Was I disturbing chief of staff? Cosmos, you very easy kina. Yeah, next iso. Say sacred .ye for Asante Hima begins in Kumasi. That's the front page of the Ghanaian Time. I think this is the second time or 2 for our is really Asante Hima.
Yes. And come back from Bambani.
Because you need a butubura.
Pay customs, busy. Or come for Bunny. Description if you mamma Galwad cabin, if it didn't holler, then there's this category of many be. Yeah, the lineage. Yeah, the succession line. Inti succession line inti kwa yeah but I can't care because is a holy lecture but me over be me 16 years I be me 20 there be the next person here come affect that. Oh na kobi mam abie yi di asante hima for 1 week po me ya value for 1 week inti mama.
All right, Cosmos, we'll have send them on the camera. I love Lorate, Abocos, very minimum. Young face now, young dying who too. Your bar, your or your political commentators here, and one are betting common. And then come a church, him fan, any year for ye free, not as a bar, or you're not quantum pony, your betting home common. Now you really are sure. Or Ghana, your stance, your original. Na yaji oye deportees from America yaji one yemanimu, and then we'll look at what is happening at the municipal assembly and the anope yeri dream who ewa hey to quickly me and dan ho yaba ya tua ye non komo twetwe do.
Edidi foods. Bidi adi enim ado. Ekuafo hine na meka say. Si eba no emu ene akokɔ nam a anuso odedia. De magia tum na medi efi Edidi foods. Edidi rice. Edidi foods. Bidi adi enim ado. Ekuafo hine na meka say. Si eba no emu ene akokɔ nam a anuso odedia. De magia tum na medi efi Edidi foods. Edidi rice. Edidi foods. Bidi adi enim ado. Ekuafo hine na meka say. Si eba no emu ene akokɔ nam a anuso odedia. De magia tum na medi efi Edidi foods. Edidi rice. Edidi foods. Bidi adi enim ado. Ekuafo hine na meka say. Si eba no emu ene akokɔ nam a anuso odedia. De magia tum na medi efi Edidi foods. Edidi rice. Edidi foods. Bidi adi enim ado. Ekuafo hine na meka say. Si eba no emu ene akokɔ nam a anuso odedia. De magia tum na medi efi Edidi foods. Edidi rice. Edidi foods. Bidi adi enim ado. Ekuafo hine na meka say. Si eba no emu ene akokɔ nam a anuso odedia. De magia tum na medi efi Edidi foods. Edidi rice. Edidi foods. Bidi adi enim ado. Ekuafo hine na meka say. Si eba no emu ene akokɔ nam a anuso odedia. De magia tum na medi efi Edidi foods. Edidi rice. Edidi foods. Bidi adi enim ado. Ekuafo hine na meka say. Si eba no emu ene akokɔ nam a anuso odedia. De magia tum na medi efi Edidi foods. Edidi rice. Edidi foods. Bidi adi enim ado. Ekuafo hine na meka say. Si eba no emu ene akokɔ nam a anuso odedia. De magia.
All right, so welcome back to Coastal Morning on West Coast TV. The man pay a good day, drink you man Ghana. Zinkan Menyan and say then and some for hours and Kafono or Shepeteta Crema the Bell said that's Ghana's deal to accept US deported West Africans show regional solidarity, or is the government compromising our sovereignty and human rights? The question will be said under 23-kilometer road Takrady Ancona Highway failed the adjoining communities by neglecting provisions for branch roads, schools, and pedestrian safety. Or is this the inevitable trade-off of building a modern highway? Is the Hunter West MC alleged the decision to lock the assembly hall and preventing members from holding an emergency meeting an abuse of power, or a justified step of maintaining order within the municipality? So these are some things that we'll be looking into. I'm on Facebook now. Some of the comments that has come through. Look at comments. Okay, I think this one says, okay, from Stefano Kofi Savage, he says, please kindly check your sound. Emmanuel Ansa says, sound clear. Everything is clear over here. Good morning, Senior Kobe. NDC has nothing to offer Ghanaians. Special greetings goes to His Excellency, the former Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia, an incoming women's organizer for Hunter West Constituency, Sawadatu Sharbutu from Sub-Zero Azia Joe. Then, Benito Papa from Benjamin is watching you live from Accra, GH Benito da Silva. Hey. Benito, greetings to you wherever you are. I say God bless you. Benito is one of the great guys, one of the great sports personalities. He's with Mother, I think it's Mother FM or Mother, TV. Benito, I am a mentor on Kana. Share league, yasi. Me want come sa Bomodin na mamen sankwan kakra. Why? Me gidi say Champions League di obema ma sankwan. Nti ene mi wi a me WhatsApp na o de kakra to me inbox na metimi asankwan kakra. All right, Benjamin Issa aka Benito da Silva. Arape, I'm joined by Sir Papa. Yeah, he communicates for the NPP in Hunter West. Papa.
Yes.
Not today.
Oh, Yamana the Major.
Bibia boko.
Yamana kasa oza chenye di. Bibia boko.
Bibia da na ko. I don't pay every day no am there. That was some see what kind na ma intima bagasa.
Why him there? Can some no ya from Apon to Abrano. Where is the kakra? Ono so count na ona. Yentumi emboju ya ntam. Okay. At all the same so yede yam yas da on ene emboju ya asomdwe.
All right. Papa, I start off quickly from the stories arising. I think within the week na yenyan say the Ghana and America Oman would deport some West Africans. They won't call when chrome nazi, but Ghana man jatum there, West Africans, one bra. Ghana ha mopera waban wamba and the Nigerians will be about cancer man because the Gambians been so about cancer or man kon Ghana and now Sankafone be sad there or share regional solidarity in terms you see we are part of the ECOWAS now ECOWAS no you don't need a passport to visit a member country, you don't need a visa to visit an ECOWAS member country. So there is no cause for alarm if a member who is from another country in one way or the other has been deported and Ghana has opened doors to accept those people. I don't think there is any cause for alarm. Or is the government compromising our sovereignty and human rights? The question more. Maybe it's a
Oh, okay. Ozinkan maminchia I want to routine me regional officers na communication executives are led by Mr. Anthony Nkatia Kofi na me communication director so Michiano na minchia yen party faithful fu na so ehwa ansa na mbesha ase no e de sisia o manu mu wide no electricity sisia tariffs no what the bi aka ho we could do 17.5 nso aye nom na galamsey ase no kra no ono nso what the bi aka ho 4.5 na ehu de wo yi 11 fi wo no wo yi betting tax fi wo na enim de 9 won fa bi ba sisi adam wo za aka ho ye de levy obiara wo Ghana ha de bia o use car bia motor auto fuel bibi shem even fuel no anya motor na car for nkote binim use what they one ejuma kakra and won so auto bibi wo na ehwe nkofo auto petrol e de bia my ejuma filling station da it's minimum America ehwe nkofo auto petrol pa e de bia ko bi onye easy ni na so sisi a origin kakra but everyone kasa so worry ban what's there we be yi tax ko sana what the adusu de bi so what the brand only them the levy na tax kakra what that to sisi a ehwa galamsey issue ko bi yanka galamsey as but galamsey na say yen nyama kra yen president a otina do Orban ose oba oboshema the nyama ni na no dey too state of emergency bebe even current land and resource minister okay communication information minister okay bi Nugo Prampam MP na Sam George na Okujato enwe nyina okay bi nda be lands minister aka aseme kan na ode ezido but share your one yen Catholic Bishop Conference and one so was one ano abotu ti gidi there say bu wa president na nkasa say oyobi a ote yen asem ote yen asofo wana asem a ozibe ye ejuma munhu so obe na ono so we gbe ma ne nkofo no liye bi no ohun de ho liye yi de I can't tell ti ebesere de ho no ma yen asofo na aka no yen president oboshe na why bibi afam ama omanu mu nso zama etuma akoye ehwe takwa pristia so wo abofra basis ya chale nyemo ukọ moframa woro won mu no so wonyina onye kra onye ti yebesre pa yebesre yanko yen you know do ehwa some years back was in kofu bi brain ma that time na yenuanom NGC funa no wodo ma na ehwe adamo nkofo no na wo nkofo bi a woze ewu na ade na wo yes 6 or ade I think
no wait
2 yeah
get more 2
yeah damo nkofo no be no anye na yagu oman no munumpo ye den ni yesuro because ye nim aza and etimpo a owo mu a wozere ba hade although ya age won but na anye nyina yesuro and there was a Gambians na Nigeria for the brain se ba hwe na nsenya na Nigeria for woni yen nkofo a woto na aze won ye eyi kakra na ezi bi nsoro ba abaka yen wo de yen gye won ko bi onye izi o da mo nkofo na ye zero bra wode brain no we deport won a abazi na wode wo oro woko won kro no do Gambia ekro woro woko Nigeria na West Africa ade Ghana nkotin na yebutuma age nkofo a Abrikos niwa Burkina Faso niwa nti abaza na ogwom a Ghana ode yen omampen oje da mo nkofo no oze yen bra oze yen betina ade ayan kase yan won lecturer yan won to yen no yan won lecturer na ezibi nso adusua ni bi nso ebokudo obezin ama ayan kasa as timemufo na akasa no obezin amen papa ti abesre dembre yereka no although ECOWAS ayina yerba erko baby a was no passport and free visa and EB but at times no so yen security no so or dey yehwe security is at stake or dey yehwe da me yamani na nkofo yen won reba no hwana na oba resource won hwana na oba finance won logistics a yede bosho won na de hwana na ozere mo oman na ore ya na sike bi fi baby na ozere ba mat de yipo hwini a onye oman na ode oyede osho won bibia amfi US ba na o chere ayan kasa aza yere ye no yehu mu sɛ awɛ sɛ biribi hyɛ baabi na agya wɔ me yɛnte deɛ a ɔno mu ntumi nkyerɛ but to me mu de biribiara nnim no dana na ayɛrebrɛ mbinom mpo school dan no mpo ayɛ zena amɔ nso wɔnom ɔyɛ zena mɔ nti dɛm nkɔfo na yɛregye wɔn wɔ yɛn maa no mu no a wɔreba abɛtena ade yɛahwɛ wɔn a mennim mbrɛ a wɔde bɔkɔ no dɛm sika no anka yɛbɛtum yɛ sɛ biribi foforɔ a ɔbɛboa ɔman no ne mpuntu nanso ndɛ president agye wɔn even without consultation of the parliament ɔmboa yɛn ɔman no anka at least nkɔfo bi yɛsɛ wɔn leba ɔman no mu dɛm a ɔdɛ parliament nankasa so wɔyɛ dɛ wɔkasa wɔn debate wɔn na wɔ deliberate wɔn na wɔhwɛ how best a nneɛma bɛyɛ dɛ bɔkɔ yɛbɛtum agye wɔn yɛntum ngye wɔn ne nyinaa ɔdɛ yɛhwɛ yɛn MPs no wɔhwɛ wɔ parliament hɔ na yi ɛhwɛ a ogyafo nankɔtee na ɔyɛ dɛ wezi n'anim ɔne ne cabinet fo no wezi wɔ n'anim a wɔreyɛ aza ɔte dɛm na ɛhwɛ a damazi wɔzi bu man a ɔyɛ yie a without the consultation of the parliamentary na ɛgye ne dɛm a I'm not sure po dɛ security fo no mpo wɔnim biribi ɔte dɛm yɛ sure dɛ wɔte yɛ dɛ nkɔfo no nkyɛn no wɔ aba ɔno nso yɛ aza ɔmboa yɛn kasa as security a ɔwɔ yɛn ɔman no mu.
Papa, but don't you think that maybe a dream now, even there, you know, Yaji to Ghana, the gateway to Africa. That's a baby the man to Yemianum, Amanoni, and a boy and Aboboma when I had you. I didn't speak well of the man.
Oh, woman, buying us a young lecturer.
Okay.
I am in Nigeria. One of them no kita a resource bar.
Nigeria for
yeah,
resources talent.
Yeah. Into with that, na be into na from Nigeria from one kunku. Sa Gambia mpo sisi hapo weja. Nyama riye eyi kakra. On yempo no oye kakra. Inti ayanka say ameden de yan won lecturer. Inti yan won na lecturer no. Oni de yeze adusua foforo bogudo. Ye de bekan yan wo. Na oba ma yan adusua no aso kese kra. But say ehwe anka onye bon but adusua ayanka say yan wo lecturer na wozi bill ba bekan yan wo. Oni yan asa.
Papa ebi wo ha na e ba no won ba na America for the bibi ba kan ho amen na.
Yanti bibi adam. Na say otedama anka ode oman ankasa wote ono na America de anka ode of parliament mpo. Na nka parliament what deliberate with that. Na yenhu how best a nyama. Ehwo no na yebo hu da bibi wo ho ana bibi anu. But he wa baka na tra weja no wo wokọ. Se bibi won so na warche won de a ono otobo won kasa.
Okay. Ntina Eric consider finally.
Oh, na America there to me. Musha wone yen parliamentarians na nziniye. Wone Ghana man na so wone yen nziniye. Anke parliamentarians e wona wogina wo ma anyana yewo constituencies no mu ina nta ankasa wono ka na wo deliberate no hu de nyama oye an onye a na yen so oman an atimemufo no so ye hu hawa ye be ye hu but ye nim ebi so wen pimbo na lo hu pa ona bu kuku afra no na bisande sisi a wo de nkofo le ba asam na owo o de ba na moa and take time for obey 2 hours no nka bi papa bi amfa and with that no ayenti memufo no so ayenso yan Canada on intina America there on boyen kra even security wise no on boyen kra
okay so na yenim senti kranko for
what the one about yeah
obi o be yan kraten some
so yan kraten some so won krom wo am me you know oh no wo won krom Nigeria for the I want the musro no
alatafo yeah
scammers bebre nti I want ka so ware be na wa be eduma no mo wa
all right papa me enko next topical issue for discussion no more bisana there has the architectural design of a 23-kilometer Takoradi Aguna Nkwanta highway failed the adjoining communities by neglecting provisions for branch roads, schools and pedestrian safety, or is this the inevitable trade-off of building modern highway? Yes, na ya bompe na ya rekem ni ya rusu na ye na ahemfo wari demonstration otutu tamgum no akogina wayo no worry yo wayaya mayamenchade ekwani the previous government or campaign and ado dan kwa akofado na apamfo wo capture kwan no they were be no draw courage na what's the amayen kwani abado na kwani wo ye no wo de aboyen nananom nye sure de otopo mahem ereba wukrom na wesi kwan tire kafa baby kwanya ansa na etine rem bokro ohene wo ho aketechi ahene wo ho rem akwa nduzo butre amadane wanyina na ebe fem wa kenden na azi nyina no it appears that kwano or a highway is one of feed those stretch but a jam that stretch no beds and not one of worry bisa the better than the bit in the eye there phone now wait to my boy most especially schools and or highway na fun Bobo modern now I a walk over and I walk way be that to sure na mo community man until now for no akwana enyina no yen sheda ho bibi da. So papa, what do we do now?
Medawasi biom ehwe kwan na wore ye na ayenti memufo ye wo ahanta west na de oyendo from Apoma to Aguna Kwanta binde obia oyene da ode wore ye kwan no double road first no ye 1 eyipe nti oma na yin na ye kasa ho de anka from Apoma to Aguna de double road anka oboboa ma yen nyama etum akonkan ye amen na sisi ayamen chade double road na ayeden abado na esha kobi anka oya asampa ma ayene yewo ahanta west ni na bibia so oya azpapa bia no nso se nyama bi ba hona onsem fata odeyede ye kan wasam ama wetu woda atuye ma timemufo no nso ye ho ayeden atoyen ma men shasin from Apramodo to Apon say if Apramodo ereba Apon a ye wo other branch road bi o oye funko amanfo sisiara dam branch road na nke ye nim de ye be nya pave waves bia drivers wo botum easier and easy to get access to such places no why isn't Sereba from funko na eroko from Apramodo na eroko funko a ana amanfola sisiala sa wo ye road ni wie pe o de bedan no wa apon ansa na etum akofunko na amanfo na ya no so na wo de delay bi atoto petrol na wa ni petrol so the way oko na so otu hum na okobaala ne petrol o do tia delay bi fufuru nti ehwo no de only a from Apramodo to Apon na from Apon to Anchain ehwo put no de oye dread say et asampa you find that global one mpo a ono easy but after global one so or and panwala after global asampa junior college one school no was so nursery no after a from a to Anchain set Anchain or there but down on and it's bian or there but down on war bokro enclave no na worry run about war and sana etuma akwanchain and etum akowufie wo bian and oye da mon so stress but straight ejam or there cut down wo da bokro ehwo na sana abesina akọ ejam and eriko Kamfa Chrome na wala hwe Kamfa Chrome from ejam to Kamfa Chrome na be down from that place bokro to ehwo na no on task pay nti ya besre ehwo na contractors awoda ejuma na no yan papa just small ye nim there eja oni ye na no wa de ye nim there oti timemufo wona asam nti ye nim there asama yaruken obeye ne yefo at least if traffic lights will help her and koboboa Anchain se biawo na enye impo no wodan won anche ni po anka onye bad na enya traffic light mo wona anka onye bad from funko amanfo so na enya bibia obotu wa 10 won anka onye bad oye dama o ma drivers for no na passengers na anka sampo wotena car no so wobre nti ya besre jesmo na wahwe ehwo ni ye ame na amatimemufo wo funko amanfo biawo anche ni ejam won so won aton yabio even if you dey na rekwa or there wine bioma ansana ono so ye bre o ye bre pa ti ye bototo asre de onhwe ehwo ni ye ama timebufu no so won aton ye nhwe asekoro nso a ohia pa ye school fo no I think last 2 weeks rather na mene guy bi e wo bian the way your drivers no wo twem no onye easy ehwe appoint artificial catholic school St. John Methodist school ehwo no na MA bian ehwo no onye easy se yenya footbridge bi was solar oboboa ye no moframa no pa even onye students nkote pedestrians for na oboboa because ehwo no the way your cars no otwetwem no onye easy ehwe apon pa artificial one Methodist one onye easy na biawo school no eme Methodist church na nkoze na nim wo na soro hodo onye easy kra nti ebe strategies more the obenya footpath be top na oda ma yen students na pedestrians for no na yetumi aiden ye twem sisiale nwa se gina biawo na elutwem aba the side oye hu papa oye hu pa ti ebe stre yenim de ori ye adwuma de na ayen so timemufo no yen asesrani de obeye amaye ni yenim de ankam so menim de as architecture wa aba ne de menim de the district no so no wo so ye besre de district assembly I wanna wonim construction no wogu works and housing department no so say aban ba no orukọ ransa waka ho no woko I won so what say yen district no mu won say ade mpo a wotwem a ade no orukọ won district nti ye besra won there I won so won papa na nkasa na yen hwa how besa enyama be
but papa don't you think that you're ready for change because some of these things are normal when you go elsewhere because on a highway it is presumed that yes this is a highway so we should obey the rules and regulations on the architectural way
highway na Anaji road no highway
highway
say traffic wall kwa asake ya traffic wall nti say yen traffic light wall anje ni ono onye ya
okay
nti say Anaji cars no show the way we twem wall kwesimi nti road nso ya highway but eriko airport ranger say traffic light wall ebu o ni ma police station wono say traffic light wall kwesimi nti mkro na akasa no mu eju St. Anthony Catholic Church na nim pe say traffic light wall apramodo this place depot eriko Apollo na Anaji road no say traffic light wall onye highway a nti say ayen so ye ne highway na traffic light ba baby a obobo timemfo na order was ba ma obo ayen timemfo no
okay na can you be today like students you find aboadimpo for instance aboade haya the school down no oben car kwa nti say ben ya
footbridge bia obobo
na wako school na
esha some years back Cape Coast is it agree and the first na footpath bia na students no wotwem bia car ono ke bi wo
agree memorials
nti woye ne de no sadam de yen footpath bi onfa no and minim de ayen na anta west for the eye the maze no me na ayen ba fado nti ye besre se traffic light no odo mo ye adwuma na foot bridge no so odo mo ye adwuma amayen timemufo no so ye ho aton ye mpede yeze mbra no be hye nse baby walen was brand be wo bu pavement ni baby why na eja cars afọ
but was speed run but airco nzmaya
ehun da won so
adwuma kuna wa masiram hagba o say cars
ono so onboa nti ye besre the yan papa just more obahwe da me yema ni na na wete yen sufre no na waye yen azayen so timemufo no ye hwehwe no waye amen.
Okay, all right, so what's your going there sharing our Facebook editing na do comment afa or your West Coast TV Facebook and also the YouTube no here West Coast GH editing na as a submission and a question and a comment we are as a for na ya kankani na wa na yes ammo our no. I mentioned this one is coming from Omar. Like he say, what the guy is saying about Galamsey is not right because he even started in his press meeting that he will do stop it, and I've heard he will make the site as a military camp. Okay, Kwame Bozan says, "Who is Wujaf? Address the president to partisan politics into hypocrisy plenty." All right, Kwame Bozan. And it's other band. Richard Yali is watching with okay, yeah, he's watching us live. Richard, I'm same on that one what Kabela mo. Yeah, ultimate demo adiko wa andamanda kava dameba KV. Let's move on to our final topical question for discussion for today. And it is around the MC. I think yesterday there was a polling story which is now, emanating that the Antwerp MC allegedly decided to lock the assembly hall, to prevent the assembly members of holding an emergency meeting. Yeah, Bizarre, does this justify? Is it an abuse of power or a justified step in maintaining order within the municipal assembly? As to what exactly happened for the alleged, lock of the municipal assembly hall, we've not ascertained the veracity yet, but we are yet to members. It's all about their MMDAs in Western region. Us that we've not done. No, that is why we acted an abuse or MMDAs in Western region. That it maintaining order. Us that we've not done. No, that is why we acted an abuse or MMDAs in Western region. That it maintaining order. Us that we've not done.
Wakabi, Mafa.
No, that is why we acted an abuse. MMDAs in Western region. That it maintaining order. Us that we've not done.
Na Wakabi, Mafa.
No, that is why we acted an abuse. MMDAs in Western region. It maintaining order. Us that we've not done.
Na Wakabi, Mafa.
No, that is why we acted an abuse. MMDAs in Western region. It maintaining order. Us that we've not done.
Wakabi, Mafa.
No, that is why we acted an abuse. MMDAs in Western region. It maintaining order. Us that we've not done.
Wakabi, Mafa.
No, that is why we acted an abuse. MMDAs in
eyi papa na ka de
from his side. That side. The side mom. But Mansemo Nenya Koye no Nenya Yan Kakra.
on America de
From the side of the assembly members. Now from MC in the side. Ono ye from Obi na some more the Nina for motorbikes be one. And consider what approve na they na was the man assembly members waiting days the Wujima na they. But from his side, you know, there's a motorbikes now. What the brand assembly members now. So when state price and a cost of a motorbike. Now we would a type of motorbike what the brand assembly members need there. You can't sign
the picture de
pleasant because assembly members once assembly hall na oyo so some of these things ono no na do na nsem no oroko na wa ka contribute ya oxide no would it be the papa tell me na me bisa don't you think the obandama papa no na enlighten most MMDCs and onye bibia na what correct na I don't
So, no, the assembly in your system, no, I'm in your assembly member that, but no papa be assembly member that. My uncle no me, I'm not be assembly member that. Muni be assembly member that. My uncle so yeah assembly members. Inti, aha, wabe be that. Inti process no, and I mean anytime they are book no them be or the medium work. No papa na assembly sittings how when na me or the medium no na na so so if the procurement